Hello and welcome to Secrets of Organ Playing podcast. We are your hosts, Vidas Pinkevičius
and Aušra Pinkevičienė.
We've been mastering secrets of organ playing for more than 20 years and sharing them on this blog since 2011.
On this show, which we create from our home in Vilnius, Lithuania, we strive to help you grow in every area of organ playing, including practice, technique, repertoire, sight reading, hymn playing, improvisation, composition, music theory, harmony, and many others.
Our hope is to help you become a complete musician, or what we call as total organist, a program which we have created to help you reach your dreams faster than you would do on your own.
If you are new here, we invite you to subscribe to receive free updates of this blog at organduo.lt. By subscribing, you will also receive free video how to master any organ composition and 10-day organ playing mini course.
And now let's go to the podcast for today. Hi guys, this is Vidas.
And Aušra.
Let's start episode 285 of Secrets of Organ Playing podcast. This question was sent by John, and he writes, I've almost learned in Dulci Jubilo by Bach. Your training videos have been so helpful, thank you. It seemed a really daunting piece to learn, but it's coming together quicker than I expected. All the sight reading has helped me and your teaching has really helped me improve. My question is, how should I play this piece on smaller church organs in buildings that have flat acoustics? When I played my recital at St. John's organ in Vilnius, it was an incredible eye-opening experience to play on a large mechanical organ in a huge acoustic. I came to realize how articulate legato suddenly made sense playing on an instrument closer to Bach's time in a resonant acoustic. When I listen to other professionals play this piece in large churches or cathedrals, I can hear some parts get lost in the blend of legato. But when I play it in our church, I'm worried it sounds a bit too staccato, and the gaps between the longer notes sounds a little disjointed. Can you give some advice about playing Bach in flat acoustics? Should I try to play more legato? Did Bach ever use finger substitutions? Would I have to play it faster in flat acoustics? So, Aušra, what do you think?
Well, yes, you need to adjust acoustics articulation depending on where acoustics you are playing in. But anyway, even if you are playing in a dead acoustics, you don't have to play Bach legato. That's a basic rule. And of course, if you will play it staccato, it will sound funny and unnatural.
Remember, Aušra, by the way, that I've been the one who would play early music works too detached in our student days.
Yes.
Many people made fun of me.
Yes, I remember that. But as I told a few days ago in one of our podcasts, that usually, first of all, you play everything legato, then you play everything too detached, too staccato, and then finally you realize how it should be played, and you play it, in the right way.
Mm-hmm. Do you think that John is progressing to the second stage?
Yes, I think so.
Where he's playing too detached?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, you don't have to play legato, and as to answer his question if Bach ever used finger substitutions, so I think that he didn't use finger substitution. Because obviously he didn't play legato, so he didn't need to use finger substitutions.
But we shouldn't be, 110% too certain about that, because there are some very thick textures at the end of, let's say, the third Kyrie from Klavierbüchlein.
Well, I played it and I didn't use finger substitutions. You don't need it. But well, And even if you would do it very rarely, occasionally,
As an exception.
as an exception only, and not as a basic rule.
For example, if the top note is held throughout, let's say, 4 measures, right, and beneath that you have 3 or 4 other notes in chordal texture changing, what do you do? Sometimes with this top note, you sometimes have to change from 4 to 5.
Well, yes,
That's what I'm talking.
Yes, there are places like this. But what John, I think, meant about finger substitution wasn't about places like this. And another thing that, he writes that he heard some recording of, cathedrals organ where he could hear the blend of legato. Well, that's an acoustical trick. Because I'm pretty sure that organist didn't play legato.
Depending on where the microphones are positioned, right? And depending on what kind of an organist is playing too, you would hear different sounds. Of course, an organist might play legato. There are probably hundreds of people who are still playing legato.
But if you would play legato in large acoustics, Bach's music, then you wouldn't hear a legato, but you would hear a mess. And if you heard legato, it meant that, organist articulated.
Right. So, when you listen to the recording, try to see if you hear the beginning and ending of each note, or just the beginning. If the beginning and ending are blended, then it's a little bit too much, too legato. But if it's almost together, then it's okay.
Yes, and as about tempo, that's right. As John mentioned himself, in a dry acoustic you need to play faster. That's obvious. You need to do it because otherwise, if you will play too staccato and in a slow tempo, everybody will get bored.
Right. John later asked another question about speeding up the tempo, how to get better at playing at a faster tempo, but maybe we could talk about that in a later podcast episode.
Sure.
Thank you guys, this was Vidas.
And Osha.
Please send us more of your questions, we love helping you grow. And remember, when you practice,
miracles happen.
This blog is supported by Total Organist, the most comprehensive organ training program online, where you will find courses for every area of organ playing, including technique, practice, sight reading, repertoire playing, hymn playing, improvisation, composition, music theory and harmony, with hundreds of scores and thousands of exercises. Here is what some of the students are saying.
Hugh writes, the sight reading course has helped me tremendously. Thank you very much for your essays, courses, and all your help.
Robert writes, I found the fingerings, registration ideas, and general comments to be excellent.
John writes, I have found your download very helpful. It was really excellent. I have watched some of your teaching videos, and when I read your instructions, I tried to imagine you are there teaching me. You may feel disappointed that I am 2-3 days behind, but I am a slow learner, and I have committed to taking the time to get it right, as you say. But the other night my wife commented that she had never heard me play such a detailed melody in the left hand so well. My left hand is generally poor.
Robert writes, it has been a great pleasure in my life of having discovered your courses and material as well as the YouTube work of recordings. You have a calm and pleasant way of teaching.
Ron writes, Hi Vidas and Osha, thank you guys. What a wonderful response to my email note to you. You've got me right, and I feel you understand my level of playing. Yes, at home and lucky that I have an organ for that reason. I am paying attention to this, and I am going to try this haha no longer secret model. Yes, and I love Cesar Frank too. What is very nice about your blog podcast is that Osha and Vidas are like a Socratic dialogue, and by bouncing things off of each other, so much more information comes out and is expressed. Your comments contain a wealth of information and understanding. I really appreciate this. It is very inspiring and will keep us moving forward.
Would you like to receive the same or even better results that our students are getting? If so, join them at organduo.lt/total-organist. And of course, you will get the first month free too. You can cancel anytime.
Also, if you haven't yet subscribed to receive free updates of this blog, make sure you do that at organduo.lt. By subscribing, you will also receive free video, how to master any organ composition and 10-day organ playing mini course.
This was Vidas.
And Osha from Secrets of Organ Playing.
And remember, when you practice,
Miracles happen.